Bars is back. Sam and oh God, what's up with you? Hip-hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Hip-hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Oh God, driving Sam and riding passenger side, and you heard it out the mouth of the greatest.
You're supposed to get new talent. It's like basketball. They couldn't dunk like LeBron in them days. It might have been 4 players like LeBron in them days. But now you half the league got bunnies. You know what I'm saying?
Talking out the damn gym. Let me ask you this, because we've always had deep culture within hip hop, and it's always been like a pinnacle in the culture of Black people. And now we see in media kind of become kind of walking hand in hand with hip hop. And now we're seeing like a Black renaissance when it comes to media. We seen VLAD TV and what he talked about with Minister Farrakhan, and we heard what N.O.R.E had to say. He ain't fucking with him no more. What's your thoughts on that whole situation? And when it comes to what Vlad had to say in regards to Minister Farrakhan, culture vultures, the whole nine, and then Black media, just kind of give us your thoughts on all that.
Wow. I think Vlad, let me tell you something. There's a lot of Vlads out there. It's a whole bunch of Vlads out there the same color as us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just think that at these times right now, some of the things or some of the questions he may be asking or some of the things I don't think should be asked at this climate of life. Certain things I think should be left alone. But at the end of the day, Black people control media right now. We are the key backbones of media, of podcasting right now. We have the opportunity right now to control a narrative. And I think that Minister Farrakhan is part of the solution of controlling the narrative. You cannot say certain things about certain people who can control the narrative. Like Donald Trump says certain things about certain people who control the narrative that were dead wrong. Like you can't say certain things because of the color of your skin. You can't. So I think Vlad TV should leave certain things alone and not speak on them at all. And leave certain and not let certain people speak on certain things at all, because it's not a time for that. It's just like when Meek spoke on Kobe. I just feel like I didn't say he was wrong. I just feel he shouldn't have spoke on it at the time.
I'm going to ask you about a couple current events. You don't have to speak about it if you don't want to. I don't know if you see what's going on with T.I. in that whole situation. Obviously we don't know if it's true or not, but what's your thoughts on that? And do you feel that with some people, maybe not with him, that it's like a witch hunt for some of these, powerful Black men in, sports, entertainment, media? Could you speak on that if you may?
You wrong no matter how you answer this question.
Yeah.
No matter how you answer this question, the best way to answer it is stay the fuck out of it. You know why? Because any one of us could be a T.I. any day, no matter right or wrong.
Yeah.
No matter right or wrong, anybody could be a T.I. any day. So if it's wrong, you never know what people do in their private life, their past life. You never know, man. I just think that at the end of the day, whatever it is, it'll come out. Whatever it is, it'll come out. Whatever it is.
Appreciate it, definitely.
You want to run another question through?
You got anything else?
I do, but you can go run another.
Go ahead.
Have you been on Drink Champs yet?
Shit, 1 million times.
I haven't seen that shit. Well, okay, so we just had DJ EFN on, and that was a dope conversation. Talk about the evolution of the podcast game, and when you saw N.O.R.E, DJ EFN kind of almost revolutionized this shit when it comes to hip hop podcasting, and kind of set the bar and the way for a lot of us doing what we're doing right now.
Yeah, like the crazy thing is, like I remember the day he was talking about doing a podcast, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, I bet, and I can honestly say I was there from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? The thoughts and the first few episodes, like maybe the second episode, it was me and Gunplay. You know what I mean? Like, but I look at it like people didn't understand podcasting at the time. You had to be revolutionary to think about a year or two later where this is going to be, because a lot of the people couldn't see when people thought about podcasts then, they didn't think about the visual aspect. Remember, podcast started just listening.
Yep.
People don't know that. People think they just tune in the podcast like, oh, I can see this shit dope. Now you had to listen to podcasts probably 2 years prior to N.O.R.E getting in the podcast game. They've been there. We just didn't pay attention. That if you looked on your apps, they've been there. But one thing that I respect is that once it became visual, that's when we said, okay, because music is 80% your visual. It's how you look. And that atmosphere of Drink Champs looked amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You got the bottles. It looked amazing. It made you want to watch it.
Yeah.
And not because you hope to get a drunk interview. You might have hoped I was drunk, just so I could talk shit, right?
Absolutely.
You know, that's. But he's that. I'm not gonna make you hope that this person is drunk. I'm gonna get them drunk. The best shit ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The best shit ever. I'm not gonna hope they drunk. I'm gonna get them drunk.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then keep getting them drunk until they tell me everything. Best shit ever.
So.
Now, I definitely appreciate. My last question will be the streaming game, man. How do you like that? I know a lot of people say like it better than, you know, those hard copies. How do you like that, you know, the transition from the hard copies now to the streaming?
I think streaming made it to where everybody could be successful.
Okay.
I think streaming made it to where it takes being a superstar away from actual hip hop. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Because anybody could find a way to make streaming work in their favor. Everybody can't find a way into making selling records work in their favor. That's why when you look at the similarities to streaming numbers and actual sales, even though we lost a lot of places and in ways you can get actual physical copies, but still, when you look at it, the numbers are so drastically different, you know, but because I think that you see the artists that come from different eras, you look at, they might got 14,000 streams and 9,000, 10,000 physical units. Then you look at a new artist, they got 14,000 streams and 1,000 physical. You know what I'm saying? 1,000 physical units. You know what I'm saying? But they both sold for 2,000. So that just shows you, you know, the difference in your audience.